What was the scorecard, squad?
79-73.
That's such nasty work, bro. This fight was just such nasty work. First of all, they robbed the bank. I'm not mad. I really just wanted to see how he looked because it's just like none of us ever were alive to see him fade. Well, I was like 5 when he fought Lennox Lewis, and like but I wasn't coherent and shit, whatever. But first of all, my predictions, they were solid. I can't even lie. Like, it was youth versus, I mean, it was the age, but it was a battle of the age. First thing I noticed when he got in there, bro, Mike had no legs. To the point to where every time he tried to cut an angle, it just like made you cringe to kind of look at the shit. Like, he would cut an angle, you would see his knee wobble. You would see like his MCL, ACL, and they're all on his last legs. And to be honest, all that weight on them knees too, bro's been through some wars, and it showed. But he took punches. I'll give him credit. He took those punches better than people half his age. And mind you, Jake Paul hit him with some overhand rights, hit him with some left hooks, some uppercuts, like the things that he rocked. Pretty much everybody else that he fought with. But it was just sad. Like, you see the punch stats, he ain't really land anything. You know what I mean? I did have a parlay on the fade, but it was already blown because Amanda Serrano dumbass. Gosh, I was so mad, bro. Like, she fought well, but they should have stopped the fight, bro. They should have, because that cut was ridiculous. But that's another video, anyways. I'm not surprised by how the fade turned out. I'm not gonna lie. Jake Paul used his jab, went to the body. I didn't even know they were in a big ring. They were in a bigger ring. Then they were in a much bigger ring. So that way Jake Paul can move. And you could tell it was giving Mike problems because he couldn't cut the ring off. No matter how hard he tried to move, he just could not cut the ring off. And it was just sad, Like, you would see Mike flick out a jab and it would just not even go anywhere. He just had no legs to push him forward. He would get on the move to try to cut him off, and then the one jab would just knock him so far off balance. Mind you, this is a 58-year-old. There were people who were I gotta check my comments again, but there were people who were saying all types of nonsense in the comments of my reaction when I was predicting the fade and like the results of the fade or whatever. But I'm like, man, after the slap, it was fun to be like, oh man, did my predictions change? And blah, but they didn't change, bro. He's 58 years old. It doesn't matter how muscular he is. It doesn't matter how big his leg. It doesn't matter. Boxing ain't about that. We all know that. So I don't think that he should ever be in the ring again. I don't think he ever needs to. This man made a bag. What'd they make? Do you know what they made? With their
Off the gate, they made off the gate they made is like 20 million, and then whatever they got.
How much is these fighters getting paid? Let me look while I'm here. 20 to 40 million. Okay, I mean, that's solid for one fade, and you're 58. For a 58-year-old fade, that's solid. You know what I mean? I can't even get mad at bro for locking in like that. But it was a stink fest. I'll say it was a stinker. And it's like, I'm glad that all, like, even the prelims were good. I'm glad the prelims were good. The undercard was good. The overall event, you know what I mean? There were some solid fades, but the main event to be such a, for just, you know what I mean? That shit was stunk up the place, bro. It was sorry to see. They did rob the bank. I'm not mad at him for just picking up a quick bag, letting Netflix kind of experiment with some new infrastructure. Now they're going live, doing live events. I'd be down to see another fight on Netflix though. It was overall a W experience. Like, didn't have to buy pay-per-view. Just click on, the stream was crispy. Everybody was in 4K. It was nuts. Honestly, I'm glad. I like to see it. And I think that with, if ESPN doesn't renew their contract and boxing really becomes a wild, wild west where big fights are just kind of like, it's not necessarily a bidding war for the network, but people are cutting deals and making more money and putting on just a big event for their big fights or for their title fights or whatever, and like really good cards and all that. between Netflix, Amazon, and Riyadh season, I think boxing, the next generation, could be something special. So that was a positive I got out of this for sure. I think that, to be honest, after this, like with all of the caveats and asterisks that went into this fight, making sure Jake Paul didn't get knocked out, I told y'all the way that the odds were in Vegas, everyone bet on Mike, bro. They was gonna make sure they gave Jake a bigger ring, they had bigger gloves. You know what I'm saying? Everything was tailored to make sure that Jake Paul was able to win. And he definitely carried Mike. He didn't want to knock him out. He definitely could have knocked him out, bro. I'm not going to lie. He for sure could have knocked him out easily. Like, he did land a few overhand rights, but I don't even think he put in any, like, something serious on him. Just kind of like, he put his weight on him, but he didn't really torque him through, follow him. You know what I mean? Like, he did, but even the punches that he ate from Mike, like, it's just not the same, bro. It's not the same. And it's like, people who use Roy Jones as the barometer for the power, it's like, bro, Roy Jones is also glass, bro. He's 50 some years old himself. You know what I mean? So, man, I'm glad that this shit is finally over with so we can get back to real boxing, but it was fun. It was a fun event. Everybody was promoting stuff. It was cool to see everybody pop out. I don't know none of them niggas, but you know, it was just cool to kind of see people in one place. It felt like an old Mike Tyson fight, like when you or like a Floyd Mayweather fight, like, you know, I was a mega fight where everybody pops out, everybody, you know, it felt like one of those. So it just kind of like, it sat well with me, I'll say that. Vince, you want to say anything before we cut this shit off?
I was just more mad that it's at the quote unquote a sanctioned fight, or not quote unquote, but a sanctioned fight, instead of just being an exhibition, because it just blemishes Mike's record. But it is what it is.
Oh, it's on his box rec? That's fucking nasty.
That's what I'm saying. So.
No, that's actually nasty work, bro.
That's some sick shit.
That is nasty work, bro. I mean, what can I say? Mike Tyson is that type of dude to just say fuck it. So he's a grown man, bro. What are you gonna do? But also,
it was just sad seeing that fight, man. I didn't realize how old Mike really was. I mean, yeah, when you say 58, it doesn't look that old, but like in the ring, that shit old as fuck. I thought bro was gonna need a walker. Hella shit. I was like, damn, bro, like he not moving, and he just looks old. Like I've never seen him look this old before on camera.
Yeah, they got us with the promotion. I'll say that. Them niggas got us. I had the trainer leaning all out the way, like, oh shit, like he almost did, like, bro, them shits are not. Like, that was just to psych Mike out to make him fight, bro. I guarantee you, he was eating them punches, but it wasn't no catch and shoots in them clips. It wasn't any type of. It was just, all right, Mike, go ahead and swing on these mitts. And after the clips were over, this is the thing about cameras and why a camera and a microphone is the most dangerous weapon that somebody can have. After them clips were over, promise you, he put them gloves down, was like, man, you know, I'm done for the day. I'm done for the day.
Yeah.
He's probably trained for this fight at 24 Hour Fitness, doing his regular weightlifting regimen, walked into the fight. You know what I mean? Just okay, let me just go collect the bag. I got punched a couple times, bro, but we good. And all we were waiting for, and they were smart for how they predicted this shit, or how they presented it. All we were waiting to see was, okay, if Mike lands a big shot, then what? And man, they got my ass, because I had Mike getting a knockdown on my parlay. I had Serrano landing under 150 punches on my parlay. Like, my shit was actually terrible. I picked terribly. I'm not gonna lie. What's tomorrow? John Jones? Is there any boxing tomorrow?
I don't know about boxing, but I know John Jones.
Yeah, definally watching the John Jones fade.
It's sad, bro. It was sad to watch. It was like, damn, bro. It's like that uncle that just get into fights with everybody, and he tries to fight with the young dude.
Man, the next generation, he tried the same old tricks, like, with the next generation, and they actually, like, buck back, and he like, oh shit, like.
And it's sad too, because it's not even a shade of what Mike Tyson used to be. Like,
I know, but it's what they remember. This is what they're gonna remember. This is what they're gonna remember.
It's hella booty, because all the people that came up under Jake Paul, they're gonna be like, yeah, Mike Tyson wasn't shit. And it's like, bro,
You know
y'all
that
need
the
to.
internet is gonna do that. That's why Mike Tyson or that's why Michael Jordan don't be playing none of these niggas 1-on-1. That nigga be just chilling, bro, because you're not gonna fuck with my shit. I did way too much great. Like if you're great and it's over, let it go. Like let that shit go. Stop trying to hold on to it, bro. You look goofy. That's what the people are gonna remember you for. It's the same shit. If you got one of them, if you got the reverse fade, and if it's bald up top and just let it go. Otherwise, that's what niggas gonna remember you for every time they see you.
I respect what I respect about Paul's doing though. He is breaking.
Yeah, he's
A
breaking the
lot of
fourth
like.
wall for
He's breaking the
boxing for
fourth wall.
sure.
Yeah, for sure. Like he's bringing it to more broader audience. Like who knows? Maybe Netflix will actually invest into boxing, and then we'll actually have like better shows and this and that. And Riyadh season they always go crazy. So
That's what I was saying in the
I
beginning
will
too.
respect that about Jake Paul, but I don't respect his resume.
Because I think, well, it's not about the resume. He just trying to broaden boxing. I think he's just trying to broaden boxing and because he's an advocate for fighter pay. That's like one of his main issues when we talk about what his issues are with the sport. He cares about fighter pay. Like that's why he started a promotional company, and his promotional company put on some great cards. They put a Shushu fight on. He signed Amanda Serrano. Like those are all tests, and I think that those are things is showing like okay, they them putting Shushu on the card, and you know what I mean. Even the Barrios fight, they put a title fight on all of those fights were really good. So they did really well with their matchmaking. They put on good fades. That undercard was solid. It was solid. I can't lie. Even the prelims were solid, and that's rare. So who knows what the future holds for Netflix when Top Rank is, because ESPN is just the network. Top Rank is the promotional company, but who knows where Top Rank goes next? Like they might end up on Netflix. You never know. I mean, because you got PBC on Amazon, DAZN with Riyadh season on DAZN, and Matchrooms on DAZN, and then we could see a future where Top Rank is on Netflix, and they can continue signing young fighters and building young fighters like they do. You know what I mean? So I don't know. There was a lot of positives. I think that this card had more positives than negatives when you look back at it. But just the main event, just to send everybody off with that, it's like, man, you got to really, really try to find some good in that motherfucker, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm an optimist. That's just how I think. So
you're not. Damn, 72,000 people was at that shit.
Yeah, they sold out, I think.
That is kind
of crazy. They made bread, bro. Trust. But I'm an optimist, so that's how I think when it comes to just like the outcome of things. You're gonna hear a lot of people like get on their ass about this fight. They're gonna say that they robbed the bank. They're gonna say that as viewers we were this. You know how people love being outraged, bro. It's a lot of bitch ass niggas on the internet. But I will say there was also a lot of, I think, foreshadowing of the future, considering that ESPN is they may be out of boxing soon. You know what I mean? They may be out of boxing soon. So these networks, it seems as though they're kind of testing the waters, testing their infrastructure, seeing like what the future holds for these young up and coming boxers, and like even the big fights that do exist. Side note, I did see Forbes dropped the article, and this is just before I get out of here. Forbes did drop an article saying that Devin Haney's negotiating a big fight. I think that's where the TO news came from, where they were saying, oh, it must be TO because he's negotiating something with Top Rank, and I guess it's a mega fight. That's what Forbes was saying. And Brian Mazik wrote the article. I think he wrote for Operation Sports and stuff. I recognize him. He's reputable. He's a reputable source. But Forbes, they don't bullshit around when it comes to articles. Forbes, they're a financial magazine. That's why they're even covering that, because they said it was going to be a mega fight. But don't sleep. The comeback could be something crazy, and it could be TO, but it could not be. You never know. But anyways, that was just something else that I wanted to drop because I didn't want to make a whole video about it. But yeah, I'll catch y'all niggas on the next video, man. I'm gone.